Crutchlow. Satellite Honda ahead of Danny Pedrosa, last year's race winner. Johann Zarco looking for a podium also. Here we go. Red lights on and off. Here in Jerez, a good start there for Marc Marquez as he tries to punch his way through the field, but he's not going to get there. What a start from Lorenzo! He's going to get the whole shot on the Ducati. Where did that come from?
Lorenzo from fourth on the grid, then attacks up the inside of Danny Pedrosa. Cal Crutchlow's been swallowed up from pole position. Crutchlow already pushed back to fourth. Zarco holds station in third place. Danilo Petrucci looks like running out a little bit wide coming through that first corner. Rossi's out well wide coming through turn number 4.
Yeah, brilliant stuff then from Jorge Lorenzo. He was electric off the line last year. Pedrosa second, Zarco third. Ooh, Alex Rins thought about a move then up the inside of Marc Marquez into turn 5 as they make their way onto the back straight. Slipstream City.
Just to start the Jorge Lorenzo was wanted on that factory Ducati to his first podium. On your back here 1 year ago.
There's going to be a roar and a half as Lorenzo heads around into the amphitheatre in a moment. As Marquez there trying to nudge his way through.
Tight, wasn't it, between Crutchlow and Marquez? I think Crutchlow just got in a fraction too hot. Left a little bit of a gap there, but Marquez couldn't find his way through.
On board here with the world champion Marc Marquez, trying to find a way through. He's cutting some shapes, he's lining it up. He won't do it just yet, but it's Lorenzo that leads, and the crowd go wild here in Spain.
Rossi and Vinales picked up 1 place on this first lap. It's Petrucci who's dropped from 9th to 11th behind the 2 factory Yamaha men. Zarco getting busy behind Danny Pedrosa as he lining up a move into that Jorge Lorenzo final corner. He's pretty close, but he has a bit of a moment on that rear tyre. Marquez looks on the inside of Crutchlow. It's Zarco who tries to attack Danny Pedrosa. They had a first lap tangle in Argentina which fractured Pedrosa's wrist as Marquez found a way through on Crutchlow. No, I don't think he has. Crutchlow just about holding on to that 4th spot.
Lorenzo leads at the end of lap 1, elbows out there between Crutchlow and Marquez, but Marquez has got the drive into turn 1. He runs in a bit wide though, can he hold on? Crutchlow now has the inside line, going into turn 2, no, he gets it.
Did well to gather that back up there, did Marc Marquez. Looked like he got in hot as he closed up on Johann Zarco in the braking zone for that first corner, but he kept Crutchlow behind him. Crutchlow under pressure from Alex Rins. He's got his teammate on the factory Suzuki GSX-R and Craig behind him. It's Dovizioso and Rossi who are already opening up a gap back to Vinales and Petrucci.
On board now with the man on pole, Cal Crutchlow. This is not the start that he wanted. He's dropped down 4 places. Giannone and Rins can't make any progress in the early stages. I'm surprised at that, Giannone especially.
Now we saw this from Lorenzo in the second half of last year. He was able to get the whole shot and get away at the front, but then he ran into grip issues and struggled to hold that pace. Has he found a way to make the tyres last a little bit longer this year? Aleix Espargaro, he's had to retire very early on the factory. Probably a cruel look for Espargaro because he felt like he had the pace to fight for the top 6. What's happened to Espargaro? Absolutely devastated. A mechanical failure for the Aprilia man.
Not the first time that's happened this year to Aprilia, that's for sure. Dovizioso's got past Giannone, his old teammate. He's now trying to hunt down Alex Rins and become a part of this, but no one saw Lorenzo leading the opening couple of laps of this race in Spain, that's for sure.
I'll tell you who is suffering, it's Maverick Vinales, as we expected in these hot conditions. He's been passed by Petrucci. Zarco's out well wide in the final corner. You can't leave a gap that wide open for the likes of Marc Marquez. He sweeps straight through, a gift for Marquez to take third.
Yeah, big mistake that from the Frenchman. Is he going to be able to fight back into turn 1? He's late on the brakes, but there's not enough for him. Crutchlow's really close to him as well. So Zarco drops a place. Marquez put in the fastest lap of the race. 3 Spaniards lead in Spain. Lorenzo, Pedrosa, Marquez in the front.
Rossi desperately trying to stick his nose in this lead group. He's taken Andrea Giannone. There he is, just sweeping through turn number 4. So Rossi now, he's in 8th place, sorry.
Many people had Giannone down as a podium contender. It's been a horror start for him. I don't know what's happened there, but down in 9th is not what he ordered at all. Onto the back straight we go, and now Danny Pedrosa trying to get into the slipstream of the Ducati there of Jorge Lorenzo. Thought about a move up the inside, couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, Lorenzo's got in hot. He's got in hot. Lorenzo, according to the tyre graphic, he's gone for the soft front tyre. Now that is bold in the extreme, because we do know that you've really abused that front tyre around this red circuit. Long, fast radius corners, hard braking zones. Lorenzo's silky smooth on the brakes, but can he make that soft front tyre last for the 25 laps? A big question mark there for me.
Yeah, huge gamble from Jorge Lorenzo, and now there's a train forming up behind him.
He's the only rider in the entire field that's gone for a soft front tyre.
Oh, that's brave from Marc Marquez. That is unbelievable. What a move at turn 11.
He picked the pocket of his teammate Danny Pedrosa, then going through the Alex Crivier corner. And next in his sights is the race leader, Jorge Lorenzo. It's Marc Marquez trying to do what he did in Austin, get to the front and break up the pack. He had the fastest lap of the race last time around at 1:39.176. Lap 3 is completed. Lorenzo, Marquez and Pedrosa and all Spanish 1, 2, 3 right now.
Alex Rins is getting really busy here. He's had a good start to this Spanish Grand Prix. Cal Crutchlow just keeps on getting bulked. He's trying to find a way past Zarco. He doesn't want those guys to get away out front. Desperate he is to find a way past the Frenchman.
Well, Lorenzo's got to make hay while the sun shines right now, because on that soft front tyre, I just can't see, as smooth as he is, making it last the full race distance. Certainly not as good as Marquez and Pedrosa behind him, who've both got the hard front tyre on. Zarco's on the medium, Crutchlow's gone hard and medium on the rear.
I have to say, this is impressive stuff from Dovey as he gets past Alex Rins there. Keep an eye on Dovey. He had a fast lap last time. He's lapping a lot quicker than anyone expected.
You know, he's picked off Rossi again in that battle for 8th place. So the two Italians keep exchanging that position. That's going to do their chance of closing down Dovizioso in 7th place. No good at all.
Dovizioso was the second fastest rider on that last lap. So it's his teammate that leads, Jorge Lorenzo, Marc Marquez and Danny Pedrosa following. There is Dovizioso up ahead of Alex Rins. That's the battle for 6th at the moment. And Dovey's done some serious closing down in the early stages of this race.
Lorenzo just about holding Marc Marquez at bay then, on board with Dovizioso, the World Championship leader. Looking back at Alex Rins, who's looking pretty threatening. Right behind him, Zarco trying to find a way up the inside of Danny Pedrosa. He gets the door slammed shut in his face, no way through. Pedrosa holds on to 3rd.
So as we complete lap 4, it's still Gorgeous George at the front. Jorge Lorenzo, who celebrated his birthday on Friday, and now Cal Crutchlow pounces into turn 1. He had to get that done. It's about time, he'll be saying.
Don't know whether Zarco's just having a few issues with that full fuel tank on that medium front tyre right now. He's struggling certainly on the brakes a couple of times into that final corner, certainly into the first corner as well. Just can't seem to get that bike pulled up on the brakes like he normally wants to, Johan Zarco. So push back to 5th.
What a view this is. So looking at the rear tyre here of Cal Crutchlow, back to Johan Zarco around the electrifyingly fast turn 5 and then onto the back straight here in Jerez. Lorenzo's still got the advantage out front. Marquez not quite able to lead him in just yet.
Last time in Austin, Crutchlow crashed while he was pursuing Johan Zarco. No dramas this time around in Jerez, thankfully for the British rider, and he can now. Oh, Zarco's having major problems on that front end. He almost was down there at the dry sack corner at turn number 6. He's having real struggles. He's suffering big style on that medium front tyre, Johan Zarco. You can see his left foot was off the peg there. He ran well wide. He was probably almost on the floor.
On board now with Jorge Lorenzo, your race leader. Marquez there in 2nd as we head around turns 9 and 10. You'll see the crowds on the hill there as well. Brilliant views here on these MotoGP machines.
Marc Marquez, he's just stalking Jorge Lorenzo in, just like he can pass him very soon. Cal Crutchlow might need to get busy and get through on Danny Pedrosa fairly sharpish, because he won't want to let Marquez get through on Lorenzo and then Marquez try and streak away from the pack just as he did in Austin a couple of weeks ago.
Lorenzo being encouraged by his team.
Not what you want to see on your pit board very often, is it? Marquez plus 0.
No, not really, not at any stage in any race. So that final sector looks like the danger zone, doesn't it, for Lorenzo in comparison to the Honda, as it has been all weekend.
Might be a replay, was it, of Johan Zarco? Yeah, well wide. Oh, he lost the front. How did he save that? You can see there, even from the helicopter shot, the front end completely washing out from underneath him. Fantastic save that by Zarco to keep himself upright.
Marcos is in the groove here. He really is fancying this one now as he tries to close in on Jorge Lorenzo. We're now entering his territory as well, down into dry sack corner. Lorenzo's fine there at the moment, but this is now where Marquez starts to inch closer and closer. He's so fast through sectors 3 and 4. Here is the world champion you're following into turn 8 now.
He knows that Lorenzo's got that soft front tyre on. He might be anticipating that front tyre of Lorenzo's just to fall off a cliff very soon. I've got to say, Lorenzo's done an admirable job so far to keep himself in front of the pack, although Marquez, he does look comfortable. Alex Rins is now charging towards Cal Crutchlow in 5th place.
It's a reasonable job indeed there being done by Alex Rins. Valentino Rossi, he's in touch with that group. Someone's gone down. Someone has gone again. It's, oh, you can't keep doing this. It's the third crash in 4 races for Alex Rins.
Yeah, that is a big mistake.
Let's just see what happened.
Got in too hot in the Alex Crivier corner, didn't he? You can see that very often. So already, with the temperature rising, are we seeing a few riders encounter a few grip issues? So Alex Rins perishes yet again. Got to cut out these mistakes, Alex Rins. He's only going to get cut so much slack by Suzuki. 3 race crashes in 4.
Jorge Lorenzo, with that soft front tyre, has led so far for 6 laps now. He would have banked on doing that by putting a soft front on. It's a question of how long does this last.
And that mistake by Rins, it pushes Dovizioso yet again back inside that top 5. He's the master at the moment of limiting the damage, isn't he, Andrea Dovizioso?
Praying that Danny Pedrosa and Cal can have a little bite at Marc Marquez as well.
Credit to Danilo Petrucci, because he dropped out of the top 10 very early on. He's really got the hooks into the back of Valentino Rossi. Petrucci's recovered at least a second to get right off the rear tyre of Rossi. Vinales is struggling. He's in 12th place. He was 13th, of course, before Rins' blunder.
It has to be said, Matt, Dovizioso's pace actually isn't all that bad.
Well, throughout the weekend, he always felt like it. Here is Petrucci. This has been a real good fight back by Petrucci. He's got Rossi at the angle on the Eto corner, but he got in hot. Rossi swings back through at Pella Key. You can see Rossi already. It looks like Rossi's struggling. A lot of movement, as he said yesterday. Vinales and Rossi fighting the Yamaha in every single corner. They've made little or no progress at all in terms of the electronics to get that Yamaha hooked up on corner acceleration, on corner exit.
Well, you know you're in trouble when Maverick Vinales is struggling here. He's out behind Franco Morbidelli, the rookie, and battling with Alvaro Bautista, who's been nowhere all year. It's an ugly weekend, I'm afraid.
Dovizioso's just fired in his fastest lap of the race at 1:39.2. Crutchlow's down. Cal Crutchlow is down on the floor for the second race in succession. The first corner, as the temperature's going up, the grip levels, this track surface is getting very, very greasy, but that is a nightmare for Crutchlow. The pole winning record here in Jerez, well, that's gone.
Well, he's pushing too hard, going into turn 1. He wasn't. Just watching again there. Well, it's your typical turn 1 crash, I'm afraid.
Looked a little bit bemused, a little bit perplexed as to why he ended up on the floor. Everything falling Andrea Dovizioso's way yet again. He's now at Crutchlow and Alex Rins crash right in front of him. Dovizioso in 4th place, and he's got good pace at this stage of the race. He's certainly not out of podium contention, is Dovizioso.
Well, not with these riders falling in front of him either. So it's Ducati, Honda, Ducati. Cal Crutchlow is out, Alex Rins is out. Through to turn number 9 now. Marquez, here we go. Oh, he's going to line up a move now. He's close enough, potentially here through the fast right-handers, turns 11 and 12, to have a little look at Jorge Lorenzo.
Yeah, he's swarming all over the back of Lorenzo, isn't he? Look at Lorenzo, that Ducati moving around massively underneath him as he came through the Alex Crivier corner. Is this the moment that Marquez is going to strike? Yes, it is at the Jorge Lorenzo corner. He takes Jorge Lorenzo. Marquez leads the Spanish Grand Prix.
Danny Pedrosa might be pouncing too as well, just to add misery to Jorge Lorenzo as we go across the line. Marquez then leads at the end of lap number 8.
Well, Lorenzo's soft front tyre hung in there, what, for a good 8 laps at the front of this race. But you've got to think right now, he's struggling.
Danny Pedrosa will not want to be sitting behind Jorge Lorenzo for long, not with Marquez like this, and Dovizioso really is reeling these guys in as well. Across the line that last time, Dovizioso's quicker by a long way.
Pedrosa and Dovizioso have got to find a way through on Lorenzo rapidly. They know that you can't let Marquez get away, and he's already opened up, what, 5 or 6 bike lengths on Lorenzo going through the Cito Pons corner. Pedrosa, can he get in the slipstream? Hard to slipstream a factory Ducati, but he's got to make a move quickly on Lorenzo.
It's not late enough on the brakes there. Dovizioso is reeling the whole lot in though. Dovizioso might be a bit hot into turn 6, no.
He's just a demon late breaker, isn't he, Dovizioso? This is the move, is this the key move at the final corner? On board with Jorge Lorenzo at the corner named after him, and Marc Marquez up the inside. No dramas, clean as a whistle for Marquez. Now can he get away before Pedrosa and Dovizioso can get through on Lorenzo?
The nature of Jorge's sort of wide sweeping lines means that invariably the door is left open from time to time, and Marquez quickly gobbled him up there. We're on board now with the championship leader, Andrea Dovizioso. He's brought that gap down. Not many people would have thrown this name into the hat of podium contenders at the start of the weekend.
Alba Pramac Ducati buzzing all around Valentino Rossi. Here's Dovizioso. That's beautifully done on the inside of Dani Pedrosa. He'll squeeze Pedrosa out. Classic block pass then into turn number 13, and Dovizioso now starts to try and get through on his teammate Jorge Lorenzo.
I think he might make light work here of Jorge Lorenzo on exactly the same bike.
I was just about to say, Alba Pramac Ducati giving Valentino Rossi a real headache. Petrucci stretches his advantage over Rossi to 0.3 of a second, and hunting down Rossi at a real rapid rate is Jack Miller. Last time around, Jack Miller was half a second faster than Rossi, cutting the gap to the Italian down a half a second, as we expected and feared. Dovizioso got that Ducati all out of shape coming through turn number 4.
He's pushing is the Italian. He makes his way onto the back straight. Can he get into the slipstream of Lorenzo? He's not close enough here. Pedrosa's trying to fight back. Break down into turn 6, and again, last of the late breakers is Dovi. Pedrosa there trying to capitalise, but there's no room.
Ride by Bradley Smith. He's right on the rear tyre of Maverick Vinales. If we drop further down the field, there is Franco Morbidelli on course for what would be his first top 10 finish in Montor GP. There is Vinales behind Morbidelli and Bautista. Pretty humbling afternoon right now for Vinales, who only 2 weeks ago was Marc Marquez's closest challenger in the Texas Grand Prix. Bradley Smith has come from 21st place in point scoring places. He's at the moment almost a second and a half clear of his teammate Paul Espargaro.
Riding for his future is Bradley Smith, of course. He's got to deliver. So far, he is. Needs to be going back to that battle at the front, and we are now. Here it is, it's getting closer. Dovizioso, surely a matter of time before he has a go, and a pass on Jorge Lorenzo.
He's in the shot window, Bradley Smith. This is a pretty good come and get me plea right now for the British rider.
Across the line, the gap is not being opened up by Marc Marquez at this moment, with 15 laps to go. Ducatis versus Hondas. That wasn't part of the script.
With Cal Crutchlow bailing out at the first corner, Alex Rins also jumping off the Suzuki at Alex Trivier corner when he was well placed. Here is Valentino Rossi in an Alba Pramac Ducati sandwich right now. He's gained a little bit of time back on Petrucci, but Jack Miller has just fired in his fastest lap of the race. Oh dear, Carol Abraham's crashed out. This track is going to get slippery and greasy, Steve, as the temperature goes up and the tyres are starting to wear quite dramatically.
You've got to think Miller with a hard to option tyre. He's getting quicker as well. He's faster than the two ahead of him, Rossi and Petrucci. Miller could be on for a top 6 here.
As he did in Austin, Cal Crutchlow has rebounded. He's currently down in 23rd place. He's going to be kicking himself, Crutchlow, because with a damaged motorcycle, he's just fired in a 1:39.7. That was just 2 tenths slower than your race leader Marquez, but again, it's all ifs, buts and maybes for Crutchlow.
Marquez just doing enough to manage this race at the front. He's not peeling away. He knows he's had enough warnings this weekend to know that he cannot push it too far around Jerez. 3 crashes already this weekend for Marc Marquez. There's a bit of a gap opening there though.
He's doing an absolutely phenomenal job for that Steve to hang in there at this stage of the race with that soft front tyre on. Simon.
Guys, I went to the Ducati rider debrief last night because I wanted to know why both the factory Ducati riders looked happier, and main things I found out was Dovi had, unlike what he normally does, you know, he normally takes little steps, instead he just turned the bike upside down, like changed direction completely because what they had didn't work. Rear suspension, the fairing, you know, with the aerodynamic package, which he started the year not believing in. He'd only use it if he had to. He said even here it helped. On the other side of the garage, Lorenzo, who was saying, look, first time I've ever seen him bubbly in the garage and looking happy with the mechanics, he said that he was a lot happier with the bike, to change something to make him happier. And I did some digging around, and they said that, well, I found out that it's about power delivery is the thing that they've found has made it more smooth, more easy for him to ride.
Well, it's certainly paying off at the moment, because Jorge Lorenzo, as Matt rightly points out, how on earth he's kept this so close to Marquez. 11 laps gone on a soft front, I do not know.
Well, he's done it purely because he's got probably the smoothest riding style, or one of the smoothest riding styles we've ever seen in Grand Prix history.
Smoke pouring off the back tyre there of Andrea Dovizioso in 3rd. Looking at a slow-mo here of Marquez, of course, with his elbow bumping up and down on the rumble strip there. He's in control at the moment, the world champion. He's got a 4/10 lead through sector 3. That's worrying. That's a gap forming. Dovi needs to be getting past Lorenzo ASAP.
Thought he might be lining up a move there, Andrea Dovizioso, but just couldn't find a way through safely on Lorenzo. We've seen Dovizioso have a couple of big moments himself. That one a couple of laps ago at turn number 4.
Mentions power delivery. The acceleration there from Lorenzo over Dovizioso was rather evident. Here's Danilo Petrucci. This battle once more for 7th place between himself, Valentino Rossi and Jack Miller.
Well, it's only the top 5 now that are keeping themselves in the 139s. Marquez, fastest man on track last time around with a 139.355. 39.4s from the 2 factory Ducatis. Tom Luthi has crashed out. That's going to be his first DNF of his Montor GP career. Top ride by his Mark Vidias teammate Franco Morbidelli right now, still circulating in 10th place, 2.5 seconds behind Jack Miller.
Marquez is starting to lay the hammer down here as we break into turn number 6. So confirmation there of what Matt's just saying. Swiss rider Tom Luthi unfortunately out of the race, hopefully up and okay. 13 laps to go. There he is, walking away, disappointed of course.
Looks like he's had a fast old tumble there. Yes, one of the fast right-handers. It's Alex Crivier corner. He tried to hang on to that. That's where Alex Rins bailed out. It's a fast old crash. Look at all the gravel and debris that's been kicked onto the circuit there for Luthi. Thankfully, at that speed, it's relatively okay. Just a few friction burns, I'm sure, inside those leathers.
These guys are going to be coming up to that section.
Marquez!
And I think that's on the gravel.
That was on the gravel. We said, didn't we, all that gravel kicked onto the circuit by Tom Luthi's crash. Marquez, speedway style.
Well, we're about to start the 13th lap of the race. And of course, that's in memory of Angel Nieto, so the Spanish crowd going for it here. You're going to hear a lot of noise on this lap. That was a major moment, though, for Marc Marquez.
Full lean angle with 270 horsepower. On marbles doesn't really tend to be a combination that works very well. This is a legacy of the Luthi crash. He's going to go through all that gravel. Yeah, there you go, look at that. Wow! Light it up, look at that black line he left as that fixed in rear tyre. Slid from underneath him, you ride it, cowboy.
Santi Hernandez, a deep intake of breath for him, but Marquez really is getting the gloves off here.
You know what, Steve, I just wonder whether he's just been quite comfortably managing the race at the front there, running his rhythm, and now he's just sort of been conserving those tyres for this crucial push. We're only just over half race distance. Dovizioso, if he's got aspirations of chasing down Boy Lorenzo, he's got to find a way through in the next 5 or 6 corners for me. Because Marquez is checking out.
First signs there into turn 6 as well of that front end just pushing a bit for Jorge Lorenzo. Is now the time where that front soft tyre is going to cause him issues. Simon.
Guys, I'm with Hervé Poncherel. His rider, Johan Zarco, I couldn't believe how much faster he was in qualifying than the Yamaha guys, and now he's still leading the other Yamaha guys. How does he do it?
Oh, I don't know, you should ask him, but for sure, Johan is somebody that is always trying to turn around the problem, and if he's got to change, stroke setup of the bike, and even more the riding of the bike, he's somebody who feels the bike, who lives with the bike, and who understands what the bike needs and wants. So this is what he does, because for sure, you never have a perfect situation, and we know for us, Yamaha, it was very difficult to go with a hard tire. Honda could, Suzuki could, so therefore medium is going to be a bit borderline. So we have to try to get the best out of the whole package, and I think this is what we're doing at the moment. We still have 11 laps to go, but we want to build a championship, and sometimes when you can't be in front, you have to accept, and if we can finish that race in top 5, we'll be more than happy.
Thank you, Hervé.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, Dovizioso and Pedrosa have wasted too much time trying to find a way through on Lorenzo. Lorenzo's not an easy guy to overtake, of course. He's doing a fantastic job holding on to second place with that soft front tyre. But this has been all Marc Marquez has needed to make that clear break at the front of the race. He's now almost 1.5 seconds clear as we approach the halfway point of lap 15.
Dovizioso, who's normally so late on the brakes, he just cannot find a way past his teammate, and even if he does, you know what? It's going to be mighty difficult to catch Marc Marquez now.
You think as well, Steve, with Dovizioso running the hard front tyre, he'd have much better braking stability than Lorenzo's got on the soft, but he can't find his way through. This is just music to Marquez's ears. He's just clearing off there. Is that all the gravel up by Tom Luty's crash. There's a clear line now through that gravel, but that's what was the biggest scare for Marquez. Dovizioso, oh, that was tight.
That was so close.
Well, that's just desperation, because you can see Marquez clearing off. He's trying desperately to find a way through on Lorenzo, couldn't do it, and it's cost him dearly. He's dropped back behind Dani Pedrosa, although he fights straight back.
Yeah, he's getting a bit impatient here, isn't he, the Italian? So eager he is to get past Jorge Lorenzo. Of course, 20 points to Andrea Dovizioso would be so important for a championship.
This is going to be tight, really, really tight. Oh. Doesn't get much closer than that. Andrea Dovizioso just about taking the evasive action to avoid ramming into the back of Jorge Lorenzo. Marquez, while these three are fighting and engaging, Marquez was able to fire in a lap half a second faster last time around for Jorge Lorenzo. His advantage already now through sector 2 on lap 16 is close to 2 seconds.
Here is Lorenzo then and Dovizioso. Fair to say that even if they were to finish so far behind Marquez, they'd take a second and third. Ducati would, but not in this order, not for Dovi. He doesn't want to see Marquez getting away any further. There's Marquez, the Marquez camp upstairs.
He was stung by all the criticism, wasn't he, in Argentina, Marquez, in those 2 races since. He's been clean, he's been clinical, and he's clearing off here again in Jerez for what will be a second successive victory.
Showed great race pace as well. He slowly worked his way down into those low 39s, and he stayed there. He's not budging at all. Dovizioso once more closes back up on Lorenzo, but still can't find a way past. Marquez getting the information he needs as he crosses the line. There will be 9 laps remaining for the world champion.
He's just fired in the fastest lap of the race, Marquez. 16 laps now on those tyres. A 1:39.159. It's game over unless he makes a real big mistake, because he was 0.6 of a second faster than Lorenzo last time around, who still holds firm against Dovizioso and Pedrosa. Here's Andrea Iannone, expected his challenge to be stronger today. He's relatively comfortable clear of Petrucci, Rossi and Miller. These three have been locked together for quite some time now. Rossi can't find a way through on Petrucci, vice versa, Miller can't find his way through on Rossi. The gap to Andrea Iannone, just under a second.
Into turn 6 then, this the battle for second place. The wide sweeping lines of Jorge Lorenzo causing problems for Andrea Dovizioso.
Back on board with Valentino Rossi. Looks like they are starting to hunt down Andrea Iannone here. Still got plenty of time to chase the Suzuki man down. 6th place is Iannone. He's 3.6 seconds behind Johan Zarco, who's having a very lonely ride in 5th place. 2.6 seconds behind Zarco, and Dovizioso again tries to set up Lorenzo for a move coming into this final corner, can he?
It's not close enough at the moment. Is he going to have a look? I don't think again, Matt, he's close enough really. Is he going to have a go? No, not this time. On to the start-finish straight with 8 to go now. Let's check the lap time of Marc Marquez as he crosses the line at 39.5.
Every time Jorge Lorenzo's come over the line in this race, he's had +0 from somebody. It's been Marquez, now it's Dovizioso. Rossi, this is up the inside of Petrucci. Is he going to run it a little bit wide? He is. Petrucci says thank you very much, takes that place immediately straight back.
They're catching Iannone pretty quickly here.
Yeah, they are. Took a 10th out of Iannone on that last lap. 8 laps to go, and still Andrea Dovizioso cannot find his way through on his teammate, Simon.
I'm here with Davide Tadozzi. Davide, both of your riders from yesterday to today have really turned things around. But like this is meant to be not a good circuit in general for Dovizioso, and where he is.
Sorry, Simon, we're going to have to cut in. We have to cut in. Dovizioso, Lorenzo and Pedrosa are all down. They're out of the race. 8 laps to go. And Dovizioso can't believe what's happened. We're going to have to analyse that one again, but this could be so key for the championship. It's unbelievable. There's a bike in the middle of the circuit, Dani Pedrosa's. Well, incredible stuff here.
That is what you call a Ducati disaster. That's putting it mildly. Dani Pedrosa's stricken Repsol Honda still lies in the middle of the circuit.
Now let's have another look at this. Breaking down into dry sack corner. Dovi got it done on the inside, but he drifts wide. Lorenzo goes wide as well. Lorenzo then cuts back over, closes the door on Danny Pedrosa.
See, the problem there is, Steve, Pedrosa, he's leaning so far off the right-hand side of the bike, you can't see Lorenzo coming back into the corner. Dovizioso made the move. Here's Pedrosa. Pedrosa's body position. What a monster high side for Danny Pedrosa.
Racing incident. It's a bizarre one, and it's Lorenzo's accident, but there's nothing deliberate in that at all. No one saw each other. What an absolute disaster.
Poor old Danny Pedrosa, he got a right old whack on his hip as well. We're on board with Marc Marquez. I just wonder if they've had a chance to clear away that Repsol Honda Danny Pedrosa. There's going to be yellow flags. Yeah, Pedrosa's bike has been moved. Great work as always by the marshals, but Marc Marquez will come through to a scene of absolute chaos and carnage at the dry sack corner. He won't believe his eyes. Neither will Johan Zarco, because he is now in second place. Andrea Iannone third. All of a sudden, the Iannone, Petrucci, Rossi, Miller fight becomes a battle for the podium.
Unbelievable stuff. And Valentino Rossi will see that his eyes will prick up, because he's got a chance now to finish on the podium, and that was against all odds. Well, everyone here now with a chance.
Danny Pedrosa, his body position, Steve, in that right-hander, he's so far over on that side of the bike, he wouldn't have seen Lorenzo coming back towards him. Lorenzo, vice versa, has not got wing mirrors on his Ducati. He would not have seen Pedrosa jamming his Honda up the inside.
I know there'll be some pointing of fingers, I know. I really struggle to put a whole heap of blame purely on one person there. It's just, unfortunately, few riders going wide, mistakes all close together. It's motorcycle racing. It can happen. What it means now, of course, is that Marc Marquez is clear out in front by almost 7 seconds from Johan Zarco, Andrea Iannone and this lot. This is the battle now for third place with 6 to go.
Got unbelievably long odds on Valentino Rossi being in a podium fight at this stage of the race. He's had a big helping hand, of course, thanks to the huge crash at the dry sack corner involving Lorenzo Dovizioso and Pedrosa. Really, really hope Danny Pedrosa has not damaged or aggravated that fracture bike risk and got a new injury, because he was carrying some big air for the second time in 3 races. He had that big high side in that tangle with in Argentina as well. Well, let's hope that Danny Pedrosa, that waving to the crowd means he's okay, because
he looks in pain,
he was
man.
flying through the air. Well, he sat down, didn't he, at the tyre barrier, the air fence, just gave his hip a real slamming.
Rossi's been passed by Jack Miller. Jack Miller sniffs the podium now as well. No surprise there. Incident is being investigated. One of these 4 guys, fancies a podium. What an absolute nightmare for Ducati. Having turned it all around for Sunday, it looked like Dovi and Lorenzo were going to be destined for a podium. It of course means that championship-wise, well, not only is he demolishing the field, but all of his Christmas has come at once in terms of the points table, because his main rivals are all in the gravel trap. Johan Zarco, of course, is still in this mix. Zarco will be second in the championship as it stands. Here we go across the line with 5 laps to go. Danilo Petrucci then has now gone past Iannone and is in third place. Jack Miller's closing in as well. The 2 Alma Pramac Ducatis could be on for a 3 and 4 here.
Yeah, Petrucci looks like he's got really good pace at this stage of the race. He's passed Iannone straight away, able to gap his fellow Italian. This is down at the dry sack corner.
Oh, it's 2 in 1. Jack Miller got Rossi. Petrucci got Iannone.
Iannone looks like he was struggling on that front 10, trail braking into that turn number 6. Didn't really put up a fight for it, did he, against Petrucci at the end of the back straight?
Valentino Rossi there in 6th place at the back of this group, not looking like he's really got the pace here to contend for a podium. The 2 Ducati riders make their way back.
Well, Ducati disaster, and what about this man, Danny Pedrosa? Twice in the opening 4 races, caught up in major incidents. This is going to be one of the big talking points, if not the biggest, of the Spanish Grand Prix weekend. Dovizioso got Lorenzo, then ran in wide. Lorenzo was cutting it back. Look at Pedrosa. Pedrosa's just so far leaned off that bike.
God, blimey.
Look at this bang on his left hip, on the right wrist as well, his right hip rather.
Guys, have you ever seen a crash that took out 3 riders and it looks like nobody's really to blame?
I've seen it once here. In fact, in the exact same corner last year in Moto 2, a very similar thing happened. Of course, it wasn't as crucial championship-wise as this, but you're absolutely right. For so many reasons, it isn't actually anyone's fault. It's just a bizarre incident, and it's such a shame. Such a shame for all 3 men, and like Matt says, hopefully Danny Pedrosa is okay.
Dovizioso put himself in that position on the outside though by running in hot in his eagerness to get up the inside of Jorge Lorenzo, and then it was just the Skittles effect. Pedrosa and Lorenzo touched each other, they both crashed. Lorenzo's bike then just slammed into the side of Andrea Dovizioso. You can see perhaps why Andrea Dovizioso initially felt like, well, Lorenzo's wiped me out here.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll all watch it back, and I'm sure they'll all have something to say about it later. For now, we focus on this man, though. Marc Marquez has only had 1 win in Jerez, and it was 2014. That season he went on to absolutely cream the field.
When he came round that dry sack corner, Steve, on the lap after Lorenzo, he must have thought it was Christmas. Seeing 3 of them. The world champs leader Andrea Dovizioso in the crowd, with his teammate, unfortunately, Danny Pedrosa down as well. And it's just left Marquez, who was already cruising to second successive victory in 2018. This is this battle for the podium, a very unlikely battle for the podium. What, 4 or 5 laps ago, still being headed by Petrucci. A bit of nail biting going on from Alma Pramac Ducati boss Francesco Guidotti on the left-hand side. Petrucci's crew chief Daniele Ramagnoli just about cracks a nervous smile. I think that was more of a nervous, tense smile than anything else.
Further back here is Mika Kallio. Great job here. The 3 KTMs, look at them all aligned. 10th, 11th and 12th points. They'll be happy with that.
Yeah, bragging rights at stake here inside the Red Bull KTM garage. Kallio, of course, on the 2019 prototype RC16 is Bradley Smith. Nicely up the inside of his teammate Pol Espargaro. Bradley Smith will know this will do his chances of earning a ride next year. The top KTM rider here.
Yeah, they're having a proper ding-dong. Alvaro Bautista's on for his best finish of the season by a long way. He's up to 7th, courtesy of the carnage that's happened up ahead.
And Vinales will be pinching himself to find himself in 8th after Alcantara, a race that he would not have expected. He was struggling outside the top 10. Vinales, Pol Espargaro's getting some serious movement on the rear tyre of that KTM. Here's the battle for 7th. Bautista holding off Maverick Vinales.
Not for much longer though. This gap has been coming down lap by lap.
Tell you what, Steve, first 2 sectors of this lap 20 here, Andrea Iannone taken 2/10 out of Petrucci in that battle for 3rd. Iannone, Petrucci just gapped Jack Miller. Miller's half a second now behind Iannone.
Well, you know, Matt, that battle for 3rd was a battle for 6th not so long ago. It changes the complex of it completely when there's a podium on offer, and all 4 of those riders are hard chargers. They've all got something to offer in the final laps of a race.
It looked like we were going to get a Ducati on the podium, but none of us, our wildest dreams, would have thought it was potentially going to go to Danilo Petrucci before the 2 factory Yamaha men went down in that huge incident involving Danny Pedrosa as well. Marc Marquez, he has long gone into the distance. 7.5 seconds clear of Johan Zarco in 2nd place. This is that battle for 3rd. It now looks like it's a straight showdown between Petrucci and Iannone. Jack Miller's just running into maybe a few grip issues here late on. Valentino Rossi has found his way through on Miller. So Rossi now into 5th place. Has Rossi still got anything left for his compatriots in front of him to snare one of the unlikeliest podiums of Rossi's long career?
The move then of Rossi into turn 13 on Jack Miller on that last lap. Unfortunately, as a result of this block pass, they did lose quite a bit of time on the group up ahead. And Iannone's got him. He's up to 3rd. Iannone then on the Suzuki up into 3rd place with a couple of laps to go. You fear that might not be the last of the moves though.
You want to see a classic block pass. Just look at that move by Rossi on Miller at the last corner. Petrucci is not going to give up this podium without an almighty fight. Andrea Iannone trying to get back-to-back podiums on the factory Suzuki 10 years ago. The last time we saw a Suzuki on the podium in 3 successive races. Well, that's where they're heading right now.
Valentino Rossi, you could just see he can sniff a podium. He is trying everything here to claw back into these 2. He's hoping that they engage in battle.
Well, he wants his great mate Petrucci to start carving up Iannone. And and that brings him right back into contention for third place. He's not completely out of it, Rossi, but he's going to have to dig seriously deep in this last, lap and 3 corners.
Well, Marc Marquez will be heading round, and here he is to start the final lap of the race. He's timed everything to perfection here so far today, despite the 3 tumbles early on. He's on course to win. Zarco's having a lonely second. There he is, but that is a brilliant result when you really consider how this weekend has gone so far. But who will win the battle for third? And Rossi's back in it. It's Iannone, Petrucci and Rossi.
Valentino Rossi, Steve, on that last lap, he got into the 139s, a 139.768. Where's this late pace coming from, Rossi? We didn't think this was coming at all.
It's silverware, that's where the pace is coming
absolutely.
from.
Well, he was 8/10 of a second quicker than Petrucci in front of him. Is he just going to run out of time?
Smoke coming off the tail end there of Iannone. If Rossi's got a chance of a podium, he needs Petrucci to get past Iannone at the end of this back straight.
History has shown us that Rossi's not shy of a daring late lunge at the Hoy Lorenzo turn number 13. Has he got another one in the repertoire coming his way?
I think he might be a lap too late. It's not quite close enough, is he? But Marc Marquez is the man that we all need to look to. Let's see what happens here. Petrucci just not close enough at the moment to have a nibble.
Yeah, whatever you say, it's a Marquez masterclass, showboating in the stadium section. He has done another demolition number on the field here, regardless of the fact that Dovizioso, Lorenzo and Pedrosa crashed out in that controversial incident at turn 6. Marquez had already long gone. It's been a masterclass from the reigning world champion.
This is the battle for third. It doesn't look like that's going to change, but coming around the final turn now then, the world champion, Marc Marquez, here in Jerez. Marquez regains control of the World Championship in Jerez.
Johann Zarco then should surely take second place. And what about the battle for third? Zarco does take second. It's all about that final podium place. Who is going to take it? Andrea Iannone. Great last lap by Iannone on the factory Suzuki. Finished almost half a second clear of Danilo Petrucci. Valentino Rossi's charges came a little bit too late. Jack Miller in 6th place, Vinales 7th, Bautista his first top 10 of the season. A little bit of a frustrating there for the Alma Pramat Ducati team, missing out on the podium, but Marc Marquez, what a way to answer your critics after all the controversy, all the chaos and carnage, a trail of destruction he left in Argentina. His response has been emphatic in the extreme.
Incredible ride from Marc Marquez. The only Honda in the end able to finish the race in terms of the men we thought would be fighting for this. Johann Zarco, what a result that is, but no one can take this away from Marc Marquez. He goes to salute his fans. Another rip-roaring victory for Marc, and let's be honest, Matt, even if the other guys behind had stayed upright, they were not catching him today.
No, he was already checked out. He built that buffer up as Dovizioso and Pedrosa could not find a way through on Hoy Lorenzo.
Coming into today, there were 8 points separating 5 riders. After that, Marc Marquez has a 12-point lead in the championship.
Well, let's be brutally honest. He should have won the last 3 races. He imploded in Argentina, of course. Simon?
Guys, I'm here with David Abrevio. David, congratulations, another podium for Suzuki. How does that feel?
Yeah, of course, we're happy to get the podium. I mean, we are aware that today it was a big luck, let's say, on this podium, but okay, I like it. When the opportunity came, Andrea had a big fight, and I mean, he pushed very hard in order to keep the podium. That was very nice. And okay, I mean, we take it, nothing we can do. I mean, let's make points and let's go forward. 3rd podium in a row, okay. Congratulations.
He's been around a bit, as Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, he's been around the world in his Grand Prix career now. 40,075 kilometres he has now notched up in his Grand Prix career. That equates to 1 full lap of the globe. It takes some beating, that record for Valentino Rossi. Davide Brivio, absolutely bang on the money as always. When opportunities come your way, you've got to be there to see